do you allegedly bankrupt a town, get voted out of office, disappear, and then pop up 700 miles away wanting voters to put you in power again? Tiffany Henyard. Now, that is a name that has become practically synonymous with political audacity and an almost supernatural ability to survive scandals that would politically annihilate most elected officials. Because what we are witnessing here might be one of the most astonishing exercises in political reinvention modern local government has ever produced. So, some of you may have never even heard of Tiffany Henyard, and I won't say that that's necessarily a bad thing. Or maybe you're not a social media person or you don't follow local politics. Well, let's look at her resume. Tiffany Henyard is the former mayor of Dalton, Illinois, and the former supervisor of Thornton Township. So, municipalities that somehow transformed themselves into national spectacles of controversy, investigations, fiscal turbulence, and municipal meetings that looked less like government and more like a televised gladiator match. Police vehicles reportedly repossessed for non payment, town meetings detonating into viral chaos, and investigators who reportedly walked out with boxes of financial documents, the kind of administrative pandemonium that makes taxpayers wonder whether they're watching City Hall or a civic reality show. And after all of that, Miss Tiffany Henyard runs for re-election. Now, the voters delivered what can only be described as a decisive political eviction. In other words, they got her butt out of Illinois. Now, normally, when that happens, or when a person's political career ends like that, the individual will retreat quietly into their private life. But apparently, Tiffany has chosen a different strategy. And I call it interstate reinvention. Because now, somehow, Tiffany has resurfaced, like I said, over 700 miles away in Fulton County, Georgia, running for what? County Commissioner. Now, hold on for a second. How does someone preside over that level of municipal pandemonium, let's call it? Lose re-election, leave town, change zip codes, and just mosey on down the highway like none of that civic mayhem ever happened. What in the political amnesia is going on here? And where are the feds? Seriously. Because from the outside looking in, honestly, it just appears that the federal government, aka the feds, may be on vacation or some luxurious sabbatical. Investigations previously, guys, were discussed. We know that. The feds left with boxes. Allegations, honestly, were all over the place. And yet, somehow, Tiffany Henyard has managed to materialize in the Peachtree State, launching an entirely new political campaign. Now, Fulton County, are y'all ready for this? Because this might be more than what you guys bargained for. And just when you think the story cannot possibly become more astonishing, there is another plot twist. Tiffany has also switched political parties. She's now running as a Republican candidate. Now, before anyone starts hyperventilating in the comments, let me clarify something. This is not about Democrats versus Republicans. Choose your political affiliations or affiliation according to your convictions. But when political identities, though, transform with the velocity of interstate relocation, citizens tend to squint a bit. So now the question belongs to the voters of Fulton County. Will you guys examine her records? Will you research her history? Or Will the political Houdini perform yet another miraculous escape act? Y'all might want to keep a very close eye on that county treasury, allegedly. Meanwhile, the question still hangs in the air. Where are the feds? Because from the outside looking in, it almost appears as if Tiffany has simply crossed a few state lines and then initiated a full political resurrection. So, Fulton County, what do you have to say? Now, if this is your first time tuning in to Southern Confidential, welcome. Take a moment, if you would, to subscribe to the channel, like the video. We would love to have you as a part of the SC family. And for all of our returning supporters, thank you. And as always, we will see you on the next video.